tear gas, harassment, brutality, and the sheer disregard of humanity. This is the ugly face of police officers Kenyans have come to know only too well.
What I'm doing is what I do to earn a living.
Essentially, a policeman is expected to maintain law and order, but at times order is the last thing police bring anywhere they go. And at a time when the country is trying to bury the haunting post-poll experience, this latest increase in police violence could signal much more than just inconsistencies in the police force.
The police is a picture of the democratic level a country has. And if the government cannot see that the police are using excessive force, then we have a problem with our political leadership.
In what appears to be a disconnect between the needs and wants of leaders and their citizens, protests have increasingly become the avenue through which disgruntled members flaunt their appeals. And in effect, the onset of what is now a constant brawl with the police in the name of maintaining law and order.
Once you have a system that is not responsive to people's wishes and aspirations, a system that cannot tell the police not to go overboard, then the police are left to themselves to determine what is best to them to ensure that they try and maintain law and order in their understanding.
Kenya as a country has come a long way since the days of single-party politics, the onset of multi-party politics ushering in a new order that has to date taken root in the police fraternity.
Our police force has grown for the last 24 or 28 years under a regime that Kenyans believed was not democratic. Now, if the regime is not democratic, and you realize most of the officers we are dealing with now, especially the senior officers in the police force, grew under and got promotions under that same regime.
The political connotation and association with government leaders has also played a role in shaping the force.
Every leader wants to use the police for their selfish ends. And for as long as the police commissioner is reporting directly to the president of this country, he is bound not to look at what Kenyans are expecting from the police.
Good cop, bad cop, the Kenyan cop, a psychosocial behavior that surmounts even the best training. In the real world, even after years of training, this remains. There is a clear discord in comparing a Kenyan policeman with any other. While a child in the northern frontier grows up associating a policeman with security, a typical Kenyan child grows up with quite a different perception of the same man in uniform. And as democracy changes faces over the years, are the policemen to blame, or are they just caught up in between a twisted struggle for democracy? Evelyn Wambui, KTN in Nairobi.